In this video, I will show you a lot of cool LEGO ideas. There have already been several videos with ideas on the channel. If you are interested, the playlist is in the description. Like before watching, and we will proceed to the first idea. School is coming soon, and I came up with several cool ideas with LEGO that you can use at school. For example, you can take a regular rod, a couple of round bricks, and make a cool pen like this. It is very cool, and it is really comfortable to write with. You can also make a pen from thinner bricks. Someone might find this more convenient. In order to draw an even circle, you can take these round Lego plates. They are of different sizes, and accordingly, you can make different circles. You can also take rectangular plates or square ones and draw geometric shapes. And from an ordinary plate, you can get a cool ruler. I also made this bookmark for books for school. You can make it any color and add your favorite figure. Personally, I'll make myself a bookmark with Jack Sparrow. With the help of these pots and 4 such brackets, I came up with the idea of assembling such blanks, which connect into such a cool pot. It looks like a puck or a big pill. This thing can also be used as a stand for figures. And probably for something else? Write your ideas in the comments. For the minifigure, I decided to make a cool computer setup. I already have a chair like this, and as a tabletop, I decided to take such a transparent door. I assembled a simple base and got such a cool table with a glass tabletop. Here I added 2 monitors, a mouse, a keyboard, and of course the computer itself. And I put headphones on the table for good measure. And it turns out to be a very cool gaming place for our minifigure. Alternatively, you can try tabletops of different colors. I have 3 of these options. Which one is cooler? I also found this yo-yo, and I decided that I could try to make it out of Lego. I took these round plates, the Technic axle, and it turned out to be a really cool toy. All that's left is to take a rope and try this yo-yo in action. Of course, it doesn't work the same as with a real one. Our yo-yo neither spins at the bottom and not rises up. Perhaps my rope isn't very suitable, and I decided to take a rope from a real yo-yo. Well, in principle, after a few attempts, I managed to return the yo-yo back to my hand. But of course, it can't compare with a real one. I built this cube from a bunch of regular bricks and tiles, and it is perfectly symmetrical, and in principle it can be used as a stand on the table for pencils or pens. But I made 2 more of these cubes and tried to connect them together, and now they look very cool. And if you lift them, it looks like a chain, and these cubes act as links. And if you have a lot of parts, for example, you can make a lot of these cubes, and then the chain will be absolutely fiery. And while I will continue building, I asked my friend from the Brickle channel to show you some cool idea.
Hi, and my idea is how to save money on Lego sets. I wanted a Lego Creator bonsai set, but its price surprised me. More than $60. For what? This will not work. I took some plants and as a stem, a Technic part, but how to connect it together? None of the parts fit. And here is where the Lego trick comes in handy. Take a part from a pneumatic, it attaches perfectly here. And on the other side, you can insert plants. Then the rest is easy. You need to make a curved brown trunk. Then, attach a round brick to the platform. And for the gray frame, I also used a trick with a Technic pin. And all that remains is to connect it all together. Such a minimalist bonsai will fit perfectly into the decor of your desktop. Of course, it does not look very detailed, but it seems like this can be considered a separate plus. And by the way, if you like Lego tricks and videos about Lego in general, then there are a lot of them on my channel.
The next I built is this thing. It is probably not entirely clear yet what it is, but if I add a figure here and then take 2 lids like these and close them like this, then when I remove these lids, the figure will be on the other side. This is such a teleportation. The figure changes its place every time, and it is done very simply. Here is already such a figure, and they are both fixed on such a long Technic axle. And if one is lifted, the second will lie. Then we put our lids, and at the moment when we remove them, you need to carefully put the figure down with your finger. The main thing is that when you show this trick, you need to maintain the viewing angle so that no unnecessary things are visible. I also built such a box. It can be used as a jacuzzi for a minifigure. True, instead of water, there will be lava. But in general, if you build such parts, then you get a cool, simple puzzle. All the parts are easily inserted, and here is such a cool pattern. It can be used for the floor in your Lego creations, or you can find some other uses for this cool idea. For the next idea, we will need such glasses and a bunch of other parts. From all this, I built a puzzle. You need to put 2 balls in it, and our task is very simple. We need these balls to be in different corners, and if you do it the usual way, trying to drive them into the corners, most likely you will not succeed. One ball easily jumps into the corner, but when we try to drive the second one, the first one will fall out. And solving this brain teaser is super simple. You just need to spin this box, and the balls themselves will fall into the right places. That's how cool physics works. I think many of you have a Technic gear, a couple of axles, and a Technic bricks. If we take a bigger gear and make a transmission from a large to a small one, then we will get a step-down transmission. I attached a wheel here, and we do not spin very fast, but the wheel already accelerates quite well. And if you make several step-down transmissions, then you get a really cool anti-stress thing. It seems like I can barely spin it, but the wheel has already accelerated very much. Instead of a wheel, you can attach blades, and this will be such a portable fan. Although it does not give a strong wind flow, but nevertheless it is a very cool anti-stress. Of course, in the video it seems that the speed is not very high, but believe me, in reality it is high. For the minifigure, I also assembled a cool sink. It is essentially very simple, but I like how it is implemented, with the help of such an ordinary window. Under the window, you can pour a couple of transparent blue parts, as if they were droplets of water. I have already shown many different ideas from Lego separators, but I also came up with the idea of connecting separators into a ring. It is impossible to connect them just like that, and in order to do this, you need a lot of such round plates. I took this color, and if you connect them this way, then over time, our separators will close into a ring. The design is very fragile, but it looks really beautiful. In order to be able to lift it, most likely, you will need glue, but as an idea, it seemed interesting to me. Did you know that if you fasten ordinary bricks like this, 3 pieces at a time, then they become movable? We can round them. If you assemble them into a square like this, and add another piece here, then this can be connected into a pentagon like this. It looks very interesting, but I have not really figured out how to use it. But the idea is not bad. You can probably put a figure there, and it will be such an interesting stand. Well, returning to the puzzles, you can assemble another box like this, 7 by 8, and for it we'll make 3 pieces like this. And our task is to fit all 3 figures in this space. Of course, 2 fit here easily, but the third one doesn't work. It seems that there is simply no room for her. Of course, you can turn it over and put it like this, but our task is to place the elements without turning them over. And here it is, the way in which all the parts fall into place. This concludes today's video. Which idea did you like more? Write in the comments. Don't forget to like if you liked this video and subscribe to the channel. Bye everyone.
Bitch, you better not. In my room, I be my cup, nutted in my sock, nutted in my sock, just nutted in my sock, keeping that door locked, bitch, you better knock. When I beat my cup, my room, I be my cup, nutted in my sock.